like a diamond. And
hey guys, it's Kiana Brown. We are here in day 3 of Forgiveness Equals Freedom. That's right, day 3 of Forgiveness Equals Freedom. So guys, I'm excited to be before you today because I love the nature, and you know that we are creatures of the dirt. We come from the dirt, and so just being in the environment of nature is really something that I love, enjoy, and admire doing. And so I wanted to share with you from the topic today of pruning. And you see behind me these beautiful, beautiful trees. Now, there's really not that much light coming in from the trees, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. I wanted to talk about the process of pruning and how it relates to our lives, how it relates to us as creatures of the earth, and how sometimes we don't even look at the simple tasks that we have to do within nature and relate them to the things that we should do within our own lives. And so in pruning, the number one process, or the reason behind pruning period, is for life. It's so that the tree can have a healthier life. And so that's the reason why we need to get into pruning ourselves. And the first thing that I want to talk about is getting rid of the diseased or the dead within the tree. In order for that tree to be healthy, in order for it to grow and live a long, long life and continue to help produce the oxygen that we need to get rid of the dead, and we need to get rid of the disease. So in our lives, there are things that we need to get rid of, relationships that are dead, and we're just continuously holding on to them. And the disease, our mindsets, the way that we think about things, we need to get rid of them and try to move on to a different plateau. Now, the reason that we need to get rid of them related to the trees is so that we can protect humans. And in protecting humans, you know, sometimes if a tree is dead or diseased, it might just at any time decide that it's just gonna fall, it's dead, it's done, and then it can end up hurting that person. So as it relates to us, what happens is if we don't get rid of the dead or the disease, then we can end up hurting another person that whatever it is that we're going through within our mental had nothing to do with. And so we want to, you know, not only protect ourselves, but we want to make sure that we are being great citizens to everyone who's walking around with us by releasing those things. Now, the third thing that I really love about pruning is that it elevates you. It will elevate the tree. So there's a way that the guy, or I forget what you call them, how that person can actually prune the tree so they can have a taller appearance. And so guys, once we've gotten rid of all of the dead and the diseased things that are within inside of us, then what does that do? That brings forth elevation within our lives. We're able to move on. We're able to go into different arenas in life because we're no longer holding on to the past. We're no longer holding on to the pain. And so I really, really love that it elevates us. But the last and not least, the last thing that a person will do to a tree for pruning purposes is so that it can bring forth light. There are some of us who have trees that are blocking the windows and the sunlight coming in, bringing natural light into our homes. And we love that. I know I love natural light in my house. But so that's another thing that we need to think about within ourselves. Once we've gotten rid of all of those things, guess what can come in? The light of Christ can come in. You can shine. You can just be a radiant, bright sunshine light of what God is doing in for your life and around your life. But if we don't get rid of those things, then we won't be able to have the light of Christ within us. So we need to remember that we need to get rid of the dead and disease. We need to be mindful of people so that our dead and diseased things don't harm them, as well as we need to remember that we need to elevate, and by letting go and releasing all of those things, we can elevate. And then lastly, once we've done those things, the light of Christ can shine within us. Connect with us. Text the word forgiveness to 484848. Again, text the word forgiveness to 484848. Kiana F. Brown. We are getting ready for Forgiveness Friday's relaunch. Today has been Forgiveness Equals Freedom. See you guys later.
take all the cash in